morning I'm going to be doing a video about this stuff, Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer. This stuff is actually works pretty well. And what we've got here is a lawn mower. Oh, by the way, my voice is muffled because I'm wearing a dust mask. All the noise in the background is my exhaust vent, because this thing, the dust will be going everywhere. And anyways, I'm going to show you how well this stuff works, and then I'll do kind of like a time lapse of it drying or something. Simple, the way you use it is you just need to get rid of the surface rust. So in this case, this ring of rust in here. So I'll just use a wire brush. Just like that. Stand by, I'm gonna set up another camera. Okay. Oh, great. I put the lid on the other day and didn't clear the old stuff out of it. I generally don't pour a lot of it out, as a little bit goes a long way. So just paint it on. I'm only putting it where the rust is heaviest. I'm going to spray it with rust reforming paint for the rest of it. It won't last very long, but because as soon as the lawnmower starts getting used, a lot of it will get worn off. we're just trying to slow down the eventual destruction of this piece of equipment. There's nothing I can do to make it stop forever, especially if the next person who gets it doesn't care, which is often the case. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. We'll slip to a time lapse and then come back and put a second coat on it. Okay, now we're going to pause the camera for just 1 second. Alright, we don't need to have this perfectly dry to put the second coat on. This is good enough. You'll see that the rust is noticeably darkened, and it'll eventually turn black here. Okay, so now we'll return to the time lapse, and if you're wondering how long this will last, I have painted a very rusty trailer with just the rust reforming paint, and that lasted I think 4 or 5 years before it really needs a touch-up. It's pretty amazing stuff. So back to the time lapse. Okay, so should be able to see how a difference between this area, which is lightly rusty, and this area, which was very rusty, and it's darkens considerably. I won't sit here and time lapse it much more than this, but this is will be pretty much black. In fact, it'll be very much like that when it's completely dry. And I'm going to cut from this, and then I'm going to show you something else that I've treated. And so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is a before. I've gone through and I've cleaned it, or removed the surface rust, and I'm just going to treat it, and then when it's done I'll come back and show you the difference. So this is the first coat. We'll let that dry and I'll come back. Okay, so I had some extra rust reformer in the cup, and so I just put a thin coat on the rest of the underside of this mower, and it's almost dry, and you can see that it's now turning black. And this is the cover. This is after 2 treatments, and it will actually become almost completely black when it fully cures, dries. Not really sure, The stuff is water-based, so you can clean it up with just water, and doesn't really have much of a smell. The closest thing I can say that it kind of smells like is wood glue, maybe. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think it works really good. It's kind of pricey. I don't remember what the price is. I'll look it up. I think you can actually make this stuff yourself. I think it's like some kind of acid or something like that. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.